So this is the mix ratio for the outdoor stucco with cement and lime.
The earth and type stucco. All the batches, it's a part ratio. So each part's going to be about this. Like that's one part, where it's just kind of rounded a little bit, not heaping full, but just kind of rounded. That would be one part, whether it's clay or whether it's sand. So you'll have 2 of these scoops of clay, 2 parts of clay, in with the water. Then you'll mix. This cup here, you'll mix it full of Portland, and then you come back with half of it of lime. And then you'll use 3 of those rounded shovels of sand. So it's going to be 2 shovels of clay and 3 shovels of sand and a cup of the Portland and half a cup of that.
And
we
then
measure,
you mix it.
there's about 3 of these cups in that rounded portion there. It takes about 3 cups to get you that rounded portion.
Yeah. And tell me how you mix it. What do you do first?
Okay, when you mix, you're going to make, first thing you'll do is get your bucket, and then you're going to put the 2 scoops of clay in here, add your water, and you'll mix it up until it's real soupy.
So do the clay by itself first.
You mix the clay by itself, get it all mixed up to it's like a melted milkshake, pretty runny really.
How much water is that?
It depends on the clay. If it's dry in the sand, it all varies. We probably put in probably about this. Both of them together had. By the time you get your clay and your water, you won't have that much water in there. But what I would do, Martian, is do like just do a little bit of water, mix it until it start, and then if you add a little bit more water, get it till it's the consistency of a melted milkshake. You know, like thicker than milk.
Ketchup?
Like ketchup. Maybe a little thinner than ketchup, but like ketchup, that'd be fine. And then when you get to that point where it's really runny, then put your Portland in and put your lime. When you put that lime in there, man, that'll thicken it up big time. The Portland will thicken it up some. And then when that thickens up, you'll have to add just a little bit of water. Keep adding just a little bit of water until it gets a little thinner than the way you're going to use it, which is just, we're using it a little thin. See, that's like ketchup, really. You can dump it. That's the finished product. So, but
So at the end, this is the sand.
then after you get the Portland and the lime, mix the clay in first, then the Portland and lime, get it all whipped up, and then you add your 3 rounded scoops of sand, and mix it up. And if it's still a little dry, then add just a little bit more water to it. Add water until it gets to about that consistency.
About this consistency here.
It could be a little bit thicker, but you know, it's easier to put on like that. And then of course, before you put your wall on, you got to prep it. You put your mat on, clean it off, put your mat on, and then you got to spray it down. You got to wet your blocks down. And we've wet them down. You probably can't really tell, but it's, you know.
Oh, you just sprayed a little bit with the water?
Yeah, wet it down. Not really super wet, but wet it down some, and then what that does is reactivates the top of this. So when you put the other on there, the Portland that's and the clay that's in there, they'll help bind them together. The fact is that he'll probably ought to hit that again because it's so hot out here. I bet them blocks are hot.
Yeah.
Anyway, but that's kind of the ratio you said you was gonna.
Yeah.
You wanted something for.
We'll get that going.
Do that.